Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at 7 iPhone 4 logic boards that I picked up on eBay. So basically these are in not working condition, or I brought them as is, so I have absolutely no idea if these even work. The guy said they're in various conditions. He's pulled them out of phones. Most have no call sound problems, which can be fixed, and I'll look at that in a later video, so stay tuned for that one. If you follow me on Twitter, you'd already know about these and already have seen some photos of these phones, so go ahead and check me out on Twitter, link in the description. But basically, to test this phone, all I'm going to be using is a battery that I've stolen out of my iPhone 4, an iPhone 4 LCD, an old one that's cracked, and I've pulled off of an iPhone, and an iPhone 4S dock connector, which does fit on the iPhone 4s. So basically, all I'm going to do is hook up the screen and everything. This is the bare components that you need to start up a phone without its casing or anything like that. Now, the first phone we've got here is running iOS 7.1.2. If I go into settings here, you can see that the phone is not linked to any iCloud or Apple ID, which is always good, which means I can reset it or put this logic board into another phone. And you can also see that this phone is 32 gigabytes. Now, the next phone I'm going to be taking a look at here, I have no idea what that actually says, but plugging this phone into the wall, we got nothing, and in closer inspection reveals that there is a snapped connector. Now, this is actually the camera connector, so I didn't think that would affect anything, but apparently it does, and it stops the phone from turning on. The next phone I tested out here powers up, and you can see that it's got the older style Apple logo, which means it's running an older version of iOS. Turning it completely on, you can see here that it's iOS 6, as it doesn't have the little lock symbol up the top of the lock screen. Now, opening up in general and about, you can see it's running iOS 6.1.3, and it is a 16 gigabyte iPhone 4. Going down to the iCloud section, you can see there that there is no Apple ID on this phone, so that's also another good iPhone 4. The next phone we're testing out here looks like it says cooked screen or something like that. I'm not too sure. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And as you can see here, it is powering up. And you can see it shows up at the hello screen and hasn't been set up. So looking up the IMEI number, you can see here that it is unlocked from iCloud. Going ahead and unlocking, you can see here that it says update complete. So obviously this has been recently updated from iOS 6. And you can see here that it's actually still linked to an Apple ID. Now, because iOS 7 enables activation lock, if I were to connect this phone to the internet, it would iCloud lock. So basically, all I've got to do is, because it had iOS 6 on it, iOS 6 did not have activation lock. I mean, you could turn Find My iPhone on, but it didn't have the capabilities that iOS 7 did. So basically, going into the About section, you can see that it is running iOS 7.1.1, and it is a 16 gigabyte iPhone. You can see there's tons of lag there just getting into the About menu there. And if I go down to the iCloud section, you can see that there is an iCloud account, and it says Find My iPhone is on. But online, it's actually off. So all I have to do is reset the phone without connecting it to the internet, and the phone will never know it was activation locked, and I'll be able to reactivate the phone. The next phone I'm going to be testing out here is also running iOS 6. I'm not sure exactly on what version of iOS 6, whether it's 6.0, 6.1.3, as it says connect to iTunes. Now, the first time I plugged it in, the screen was flickering, and I wasn't sure exactly why, something to do with the backlight. But the reason I can't plug it into my computer is because this phone won't detect the battery. Basically, if I plug it into my computer, it doesn't have enough power to turn the phone on, and the battery isn't detected, so I can't actually set that up to see what's the deal with that one. So, testing out another phone here, you can see this one is running iOS 7, and upon booting it up, you can see that it is passcode locked. I contacted the guy who bought it off, he doesn't know the password, and it could be iCloud activation locked, I'm not too sure, but I haven't messed around with it any more than that, as I can't really do anything. I did plug it into my computer and can confirm that it is a black 16 gigabyte iPhone. The next phone we're going to be testing out is also running iOS 6, so a fair few of these are running iOS 6, which is great. This one here had a huge amount of lag. Powering up here, you can see these phones probably haven't been turned on in quite some time. You can see here that going into settings, this does have someone's photos and everything on it, so I've had to obviously skip the home screen for that exact reason. But I can confirm that it's running iOS 6.1.3 and it is a 16GB iPhone. Now, in iOS 6, to turn off Find My iPhone, you literally just swipe across and then you could go ahead and delete the Find My iPhone and also the iCloud account from the phone. And looking up the IMEI number online, this phone is unlocked from iCloud, so I can go ahead and reset it and set it up again. As you can see, these iPhones haven't been used in quite some time. Now, basically, these phones probably got removed about the time iOS 7 came out, so they've probably been sitting around in someone's drawer or something for quite a long time, and that's probably why most of these are running iOS 6. Now, plugging in the one that doesn't actually show anything up on the display, you can see here that the first time I powered it on, it asked me to insert a SIM card to set up the iPhone, which I didn't get on camera, but basically I unplugged it and plugged it back in, like turned it off, turned it back on, and this came up saying, to sync to this computer, you need to enter the passcode. So I'm not sure what's going on with that phone, but basically it's not showing any display, it's got a broken camera connector, and it's sort of switching in between setup and not set up and wanting someone to enter a password to sync it with iTunes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to check out the iPhone playlist for more videos just like this one,